July 13th meeting to order. If we could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Laura, you want to do roll call, please?
Kevin Scramlin.
Here.
Janelle Keller. Here. Teresa Bills. Here. Jim Christopher.
Excuse.
And Keith Peterhold.
Here. All right. Approval of agenda, including some changes. I know you got a couple, Janelle.
Yeah, I just need to add to the consent agenda, we have our annual payment for our Guardian, monitoring service, so if we can just add that in there, you'll see the GL number included as well as the total, which is at 4134. So you all should have received a copy of that. And that, pardon?
Is now a chance to talk about it? No, not talk yet.
We can if we don't wanna add it.
No, it wasn't that. Did we just pay Guardian Alarm something?
4134? Well, I don't know, let me look. Did we? Be right in here.
I don't know that they've gotten their check yet or something.
We just paid them $100 for a service call.
I thought we paid this. Cause I remember thinking to myself, why are we getting these phone calls every single weekend?
I don't, are you sure that wasn't $100? I did just pay that.
No, I thought it was 4,000 something. I mean, I could be wrong, but.
And I don't see it included. But I promise you I won't pay it twice, how's that?
Right. So I know you won't. I was thinking we just owed them like $3 or something,
I don't think so.
like. It does say we owe them just $3.
No, well, it shows current amount, it's, outstanding, look at the outstanding amount.
Yeah, I see.
4131, and then there's a $3 fee, which is the site total, I'm not sure what that is. So, I suppose, including it in our consent agenda, it's not gonna hurt, I'm not gonna pay it if we just recently paid it, but according to this and the records here, we have not paid it.
Good.
But I promise you I won't pay it twice, Ruth. So I would, recommend we add that to the consent agenda. Again, the GL is included there, and then also, adding a new business item just to discuss the community picnic on August 29th.
Make that G.
Yes, are you making any changes?
Discuss that for a minute.
Okay.
That's it.
So that would be it.
All right.
Anyone else, any changes?
No?
All right, if no other changes, I would motion that we approve the agenda with the addition of the consent agenda item and the community picnic as an additional new business item.
Support. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? This time I would open public comment. Anybody has any comments they'd like to make? Go ahead.
About the agenda?
Sure, if you want to.
Go ahead, Gary.
A few weeks ago, I asked that the township not collect the remaining tax from the 22 election. Has a decision been made?
I'm sorry, has what?
Has a decision been made on not collecting?
No, we have not made a decision. Teresa, do you want to take that in?
So, you're talking about the open transit millage. That is not on the summer tax bill, that is on the winter tax bill. So that has not been billed out yet. It
That
won't
doesn't
be
mean
billed
they
till
can't-
December.
It doesn't mean the board can't make a decision.
You know what, I don't think we've had a chance to discuss that request, so, I'm gonna write it down, and what I'm gonna do is I will consult with some other treasurers from other local municipalities, and, I'll call the Oakland County Treasurer's Office as well and find out, you know, what sort of, is there something we can do? Like, I'll look into it further. I have not looked into it at this point from your time you requested. I just provided you with the data, but I haven't had a chance to really look at, are we allowed to not collect it?
Well, do we normally collect millages that don't pass?
No, I mean, we don't, but that was a countywide millage. So again, that's not a matter of Groveland didn't pass it, so we shouldn't have to pay it. That was a countywide millage, just like the one that's on this August's ballot is a countywide millage. If it passes countywide, we will be paying it here in Groveland, whether it passes in Groveland or not. So that's another countywide millage.
Where all the excuse me, that each, township is assessed at the same rate?
So that millage that passed for open transit was 0.95 mils. It passed in 2022, and we were instructed to levy it and collect it in the December 2022 tax bill. And every year since then, and I don't remember how many years that millage was, but it has heavily rolled back. It's rolled back slightly, so it's probably 0.9355 or something like that. This year it's not quite not 0.95, but it rolls back slightly. Yeah, whether your municipality passed it or did not pass it, every municipality in Oakland County is paying that Oakland Transit tax.
Did they all get assessed the same amount?
They all got assessed 0.95 mils right from the start.
Now, under the US Constitution, Article 4, Section 4, it says that, the United States shall guarantee to every state and union or public and form of government, which, that's, a representative form of government. We're not a democracy.
Okay.
So when they passed the Constitution, why did they form a US Senate?
I don't know how to answer that question right now.
Because they were afraid, I'll answer it for you.
Okay,
They were afraid that the large, more populated, states could take advantage of the lesser populated ones. Isn't that exactly what happened here?
I don't think anybody's arguing that you're wrong, Walt. The problem is
I'm
that
not
we're
wrong.
restricted with what we can do. And if it passed countywide, to my knowledge, we have to collect that tax. Now, obviously Teresa can look into it.
yeah, I'm gonna dig into it more so that I can, be able to speak more definitively in response to your specific questions.
Okay, now, I did not ask for the money to be reimbursed, which is over $1 million.
Right, 1.1 million collected from Groveland
Now,
Township
here in
over 4 years.
in the state, constitution, says any taxpayer of the state shall have the standing to bring suit in the Michigan State Court of Appeals to enforce provisions of section 25 and 31, which are tax provisions. Inclusive of this article, if the suit is sustained, shall receive from the applicable unit of government his costs incurred in maintaining. In other words, if somebody sues and you lose, not only will you have to pay that, but you'll have to pay the court costs.
Correct.
You wanna do that?
Of course not.
No. But again, I'll ask the question, if a millage fails, do you have to collect it, or do you collect it?
If a millage fails, my understanding is the millage failed and it should not be directed to any treasurer to collect it.
Right? Now, the millage that passed, is that, an increase over the limit of, what a township has to can pay without, an election?
I don't know the answer to that question.
We don't know what,
I'd have to look into that. I don't know how much a township is allowed to just, I mean, are you talking about doing like a special assessment?
or any assessment.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with that process, but I'd have to look into that process and,
If that put us over, we're in violation of the state constitution.
okay. Is it possible that you and I could get together at another time and we could go over these questions in more detail? Like, could we meet maybe sometime this week?
Well, I don't know, it's fairly clear.
You've
The
been looking
Constitution
at
is
it,
the Constitution.
correct, but
You have legal advice here.
okay, what I'm asking is, I'd like to be able to address your specific questions without, you know, just making sure that I understand what it is I'm gonna go and search up further answers for. So it would help me if we could meet, just at your convenience, if you could come in and we could just meet here where I don't feel like there's a time constraint, because I'd like to make sure that I know exactly what it is that I'm gonna go in search of answers for. And I'd like to be able to speak intelligently about it, and right now I don't feel that I can.
Then why are we collecting it?
Because we've been directed by the assessor to collect. The assessor gives a warrant, the assessor says what to collect.
Who's the assessor work for?
So the assessor in this township right now is Bill Thompson, and the assessor has to, you know, follow what the state says that assessors have to do.
There's nothing in here about the county assessing. Governments, or
Yeah.
other governments.
So our assessor is here on Wednesday afternoons from 1 to 5. Maybe we could set a time that you and I could meet with the assessor, and the three of us could, you know, go over this a little more in detail. Because if there's something we can do, we definitely would like to do it.
Well, if you decide to do it and it's too late,
Well, it's not too late because we don't assess that one until December. That's
well,
not,
I'm talking about what's already been assessed. We've already collected over $1 million.
yes, that is true, but there's more to be assessed and collected starting in December, unless there's something we can do about it, which at this point, I guess, it would help me if we could meet with the assessor sometime at a time that's easy enough for you, and then he is here, and he's here on Wednesdays from 1 to 5.
Is the assessor familiar with the Constitution?
I'm assuming so.
Well, I hate to cut you off, but we're over our 3 minutes, way over. But I'm sure Teresa would be glad to meet with you, and I'm sure Bill would be too. Carrie?
Okay.
Thank you, Kevin. Carrie Smith, Community Hope. I just am here tonight to say a few things in my opening. I'm encouraged to see on the agenda tonight that we're gonna be discussing scheduling a joint planning commission and township board meeting. I'm encouraged tonight that there was a special meeting held at 11 a.m. a couple of Wednesdays ago, and that our supervisor asked his board what items they would like to see on some of the properties that exist here in Groveland Township, especially over there in the mines of Oakland. I'm encouraged to see what this board is gonna come up for unique ideas of what can be developed in the mines of Oakland, Groveland Township over there. I'm a little encouraged to see a lot more dots out on those minimal boards that we got from our planner. I'm a bit discouraged that from February 4th, that's as far as our planner who's hired by our board has gotten. I would have expected to see more progress along the line of our master plan since it was February 4th. but I am encouraged to see that there's something out for the public. I am discouraged to see that there's only a synopsis on the website, so people who couldn't make it February 4th don't really have a full idea yet of what the master plan is for Groveland. But I am encouraged that there are other options other than data centers and energy storage systems that could be considered by our board. I know that I asked at the Planning Commission, and Trustee Keith Wiederhold did respond that there were no NDAs that were put forth by this township, but it would be great for you to publicly say I have not signed an NDA, because that would show to our public that you guys aren't gonna do anything behind our backs. It's transparent and accountability. And if there was any NDA signed before it was decided, if that would be torn up, or if there's anything along that route. And if there's never been one, awesome. I mean, that's what we wanna hear, right? So I'm just encouraged tonight to see the motion that you guys are beginning to take, the direction you're beginning to take, and I'm hopeful that Groveland Township and Holly Township and the village and all of us will not become a city and be put underneath Holly Village. And then we'll remain independent in our township government. I don't know if you guys knew that that's something that's being tried right now, but I'm letting the public know that in case they didn't. I am also encouraged because I'm working with our fire department for September at the Renaissance Festival, and I want to invite the residents of Groveland Township to volunteer to earn some money for our fire department. See some changes that are for the better, and I just want to say I'm a little encouraged tonight.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Is this the time to talk about anything, or when you get
Yeah,
to,
go
when you
ahead.
get to the agenda items, you talk about it?
Go right ahead. Go ahead.
I just have a little statement. Good evening, my name is Dave Bernard, and I'm a homeowner here in Groveland Township. I want to be very clear tonight, I am against bringing a data center into Groveland. This township is rural, quiet, and built around private wells, 2-lane roads, and electrical infrastructure designed for homes, not for a massive industrial facility. A hyperscale data center doesn't just plug into the grid, it needs huge electrical upgrades, new substations, high voltage transmission lines, and major feeder lines running across the township. Those lines don't get buried out of sight, they get placed where they're the cheapest to build, which often means near people's homes and properties. Once they're in, they're permanent. And the power demand of a data center isn't small. A single facility can use as much electricity as tens of thousands of homes. When that kind of load hits a rural grid like ours, the cost of upgrades doesn't fall on the developer alone, it gets passed down through the utility rate structure. That means higher electricity bills for every homeowner, even those miles away from the site. We've already seen this happen in other Michigan communities that took on large industrial loads. On top of that, these facilities often run cooling systems 24/7, creating constant industrial noise. They may draw significant water depending on the cooling design. Once farmland or open space is rezoned industrial, it's gone forever. Expansions usually follow the first building. I didn't move to Groveland to live next to substations, transmission corridors, or an industrial complex. I don't want my property value, my well, or my monthly utility bills put at risk so a developer could build a project that creates almost no long-term jobs for residents. I'm asking the board to protect the community we already have. Please reject any data center proposal and keep Groveland the rural township people chose to live in. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else?
Amen.
Good enough. We'll close public comment with that. Oh, I'm sorry, did I miss somebody?
Yeah, I wanted to know what you're doing to address the diet on Dixie Highway that's proposed by the county road commission.
We're gonna talk about that.
You are tonight?
In my supervisor report, I will.
Okay, I just didn't see anything on that.
In the supervisor report, I'll touch on it.
Okay.
Anybody else? All right, we'll close public comment. Janelle, you wanna take the consent?
Yep, most of the items in there are pretty, similar to every other month. We have our accounts payables included in there, 94,000 out of general, 148 out of fire, and then about 2,000 out of trust and agency. The revenue and expense reports are included along with the treasurer's investment report. We have 2 items to be paid out in this consent agenda. One is for the Civic Plus subscription, which is where we host all of our ordinances. And the second one is what we had just added, for guardian alarm, and I promise you it will not be paid twice. But other than that, everything else is the same. So, unless there are any questions or a recommendation to remove any items, I would motion that we approve the consent agenda as submitted.
I'll second it. You roll call it, please.
Teresa Bills,
Yes.
Keith Weiderhold,
Yes.
Kevin Scramlin,
Yes.
Janelle Keller.
Yes.
Well, let's see, no presentations, no public hearings tonight, unfinished business, none, so new business. Discuss the township and fire board meeting minutes. I guess we can actually do the special meeting minutes too, we can do all three. I don't have anything on the regular meeting or the fire board, I do have some on the special meetings. I don't, do you guys have anything on the regular or fire?
No, nothing on regular or fire.
Well, I guess it is a separate item, you wanna make a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion that we approve the township and fire board meeting minutes from June 8th of 2026.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Special meeting minutes, I'm sorry. Or I got a few corrections for you. Right under approve agenda, y'all in favor, you got motion, but it didn't get carried spelled out. It's C-A-R-R-I on here. So you just need to correct that. Under the smart credits, you have busing service, Summer Loda, Summer Noda, and Ed Burton, excuse me. Noda has nothing to do with us, just exclude Noda out of that. And right under that, you got, we split $5. It was 5,000. Under CBGB, you got, we used the funds towards the Groveland Fire Station, we did not, they used it for gear. Groveland Fire used it, but it was for gear. not
Do you want me
for-
to add here?
Just take station out, and put gear in. You know?
And it's CDBG.
Oh, yeah, I was reading it off here, yes, we need to change that to CEGB.
BG.
BG, right, got it all messed up.
Community Development Block Grant, CDBG.
Then the very last thing I had on there, under the adjournment, you had break for fire board, we didn't have fire board that day. Just need to take that out. Janelle, did you have?
Yeah, I did have just under, CDBG, that first bullet. We have the year to change, I think you intended this year, they changed. And then, in that very last paragraph on that same page, that last section, traffic count, it looks like $12,200, just with those last zeros, might want to just remove those zeros. I think that's all I had.
Sorry. Teresa, did you have anything?
You guys covered it.
You covered it? Good. All right. Make a motion.
I'll make the motion that we approve the special meeting minutes from 6/24, with the modifications as noted.
Support. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Discuss Main Street Momentum Grant. What Main Street is, and we're a part of it, we're a member of it. Main Street is through the county, I shouldn't say that, it's run by the county, it's a nationwide program, but it's trying to get grant money and stuff for downtown developments, things like that. So, we joined years ago with the hopes of obviously doing something in the tech park. So I think, was it last week they had a meeting? Reed's didn't.
No,
They
it
had a Zoom-
was-
They had a Zoom last week. So anyway, they have partnered with the
Ralph Wilson Jr. Foundation, I don't know if any of you know who Ralph Wilson was. He owned the Buffalo Bills and was actually from Detroit to start with. So their foundation went with Main Street to, basically try to set up some grant money, and, they've committed quite a bit, but my question for the board is, we can get a one-time $20,000 grant. But we need some ideas as to what to do, what we'd like to do with it, whether it be marketing. If you read through it, it kind of tells you what you can do. We've got time to do it. It's not that we're right up against a deadline or anything.
Okay.
But I would like everybody on the board to come up with some ideas that we could kick around. I sure would hate to miss $20,000 if they can help put us in the right direction.
And I did read through all of their options, it's pretty open.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
If
Yeah.
you
No,
can't
it's-
find something to cover, then you're not thinking.
And no, even the guys from MTA, or Main Street were like, it's there for the taking.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah, so,
And maybe the planning commission has a specific thought on it as well, so.
so anyway, that's why it's on here tonight, because I would like the board, each one of us to think of some things. And maybe in a month or two, bring it back to the meeting, get a plan together, and start moving the ball forward on
Yeah, it even says it'll pay for marketing expertise,
it. Yeah.
so,
So, that's what it was on there for.
okay.
C is discuss MTA classes, planning and zoning, so they're having their one evening deal at Frankenmuth. I know we've got 4 people that wanna go. Keith, Danielle, Mike Donlin, and Jeff Penzine.
So this is on, challenging renewable energy data centers, short-term rentals, ordinance enforcement, land division act amendments, et cetera. And it is from 5 to 8 p.m.
Yep.
I would be interested in that as well, seeing as I don't really have as much training on it as some other board members do. Jeff's got more training than me on this kind of stuff.
No,
so-
it would probably be a very good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just depending on how the election goes, if Steve, you may need to go. It's the 27th of,
18th of August.
18th of August.
I'm gone that day, or I would go, but I got other meetings
so
already
evening
committed to.
things.
So, it's kind of weird now, but you actually would still hold the seat until November.
Right.
So you still would be on our board, you know,
True, it may be more
in that,
beneficial for,
what was that?
it may be more
we're
beneficial.
hoping to have some decisions made before November.
Yeah, you never
right?
know.
Never know.
Right.
Let's see how it works out.
Yeah, like I said, well, it got awkward, but.
So do you wanna go, Teresa?
I do believe I would like to go, I mean, it doesn't say on here how much it is, but what is it?
It's 145, unless I believe it's next Monday we have to sign up, and it's 100. You can still catch the
Yeah, we don't
Monday
have the
thing.
brochure in here.
I just looked today, I think it's next Monday. So if we signed up tomorrow, we'd still catch the early bird. So it's 100.
Well, you haven't signed anybody up yet, right?
No.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah, I do think I would probably get, some value out of it.
What about the public?
It's a Michigan Townships Association
Oh, no, okay.
thing, yeah, so
Yeah.
I would love to think that the public could go, but I think it's just for,
MTA members.
MTA members.
It's probably gonna be more of a procedural education to understand what does this look like, what does it maybe look like for your community, if you wanted to implement an ordinance, what might that look like? I'm specifically looking at data centers, cause I know that's what most people are interested in, like ordinance enforcement is not gonna be as educational for you guys unless you all wanna be ordinance officers, I don't know, maybe you do.
You don't.
Like land division acts, amendments, how do you amend those? Some of those things probably wouldn't be as beneficial for residents as they would for people, in office or working in the boards.
I'll take a look at the brochure tomorrow, so I will let you know
Well, let's make the motion for 5.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to,
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve, 5 people to go to MTA's Hot Topics in Planning and Zoning at Frankenmuth, on August 18th, including mileage reimbursement for, as appropriate.
And training pay.
Oh, and training pay for,
Keith,
yeah, all the people
Mike and
enrolled
Jeff.
except for me. With Danielle get trained, oh, okay.
no.
For the members of the Planning Commission or Zoning Board of Appeals that are attending, that includes Keith, because he's on that.
Yep. Correct.
Is that worded right?
yeah,
Okay.
I'll add to it. Just for where they're coming from.
From the correct GL number for training.
That works. I know what you mean. Keith would come from trustee training, Danielle would be building, Mike and Jeff would be PC, and yours would be treasurer.
Okay.
Did you catch all that? Great. That's her motion.
Okay,
It's a long one tonight.
I got it.
I second it. Would you roll call that one?
Keith Peterhole,
Yes.
Kevin Scramlin,
Yes.
Janelle Keller,
Yes.
Teresa Bills.
Yes.
Discuss fiber for fire hall. We're gonna table it basically, but, I didn't even tell you, John, I found out about an hour and a half ago that they aren't gonna let us tap on that fiber.
Oh, good.
So, that's good. But we need to get those costs through AT&T. And Janelle had made contact with Mike, can't remember the company name.
That's Elon, he's our liaison between us and consumers.
Comcast.
Or Comcast, they call not consumers. So they have somebody that actually runs these lines, so he's gonna put together a bid.
Yeah, so I wanted to table it, but I did wanna tell you guys that we just found out we're gonna get fiber. So that's a huge savings for us,
Yeah.
but,
And that's coming through the MSP, passing through the MSP box and connecting to our server.
no, somehow they've got another cutoff over there we're gonna get to use,
Oh,
that AT&T put in, so.
So I, was thinking that to get a third quote, there was a company that fixed Station 2 when it was hit, when the radio tower was hit by lightning like 5 years ago. That company is still in business, and they do this type of wiring as well. So,
Well, you can find it,
I
I'll give it to
don't,
you.
yeah, I don't know the name of their company.
I didn't even
but-
see anybody.
Yeah, that was before your time.
Yeah.
Right, actually Kevin Mason was chief when that happened, but, that company came in and they repaired everything over at Station 2. And I think, to get a third quote,
Yeah.
that they could be contacted as well.
We'll give you their name tomorrow,
I will do that.
and we'll make those steps.
Okay.
But we will table that, probably until the next meeting. Discuss scheduling, joint planning commission and township board meeting. So the dilemma is Janelle wants to go on vacation.
Sorry.
I'm about to throw her under the bus, I'm gonna be gone on vacation the next month. So, her and I talked about it, really the only date, meeting-wise, that it would work for the planning commission and for her and I to be there would be the September 21st meeting of the planning commission.
I can't be there. But you can have it without me.
I think that's our best bet, I really do, I don't know any other time, because we can't even make the August planning commission meeting work. So, I'd like to do it in, I don't wanna say get it out of the way, but we need to have it done, so that the planning commission can obviously start moving on their stuff. So tell me your thoughts, I propose the September 21st date, the board should come into the planning commission.
I think that would be fine for our boards to meet. I don't think that it would prevent them from still presenting to the PC earlier than that.
G-Track.
The G-Track.
G-Track is ready to present as
Yeah.
early as the end of this week. Our documentation is wrapped up, our presentation is complete. We have a couple tweaks we're making this week. So our documentation is done. What we could do is get it to you guys next week. You know, and then you tell us, how does it work best for all of your schedules? Because it is important you're all there if possible, but I also realize how difficult that is to get everybody together.
This time of year is rough.
I know.
Next Monday, but they already have a bunch of stuff they're working on.
They already have a bunch of stuff on the agenda.
They got a site plan review and they've got that,
The ordinances.
I will add this if I may, it may help them with some of the work that they're doing. It may help drive some of their actions for what they're working on and make their life a little bit easier.
So,
What's it?
so, 15, I think is what we said.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we set the meeting for the 21st? Get your stuff to me.
Okay.
And I will talk with Danielle, maybe they wanna present it the first time at the 17th.
Yeah, I think that would still be good.
Yeah.
So September 21st, but I'll get the stuff to you as soon
Yeah,
as
get
possible.
that stuff for you, and maybe we can get you in front of the planning commission in August too.
Okay.
August 17th,
Yeah.
I can be.
We'll make it work, but let's plan on the
You know,
21st.
the only- Sorry, just toss an idea around, this may not even be beneficial. Unless they present it next Monday, and whoever could be there to listen could be there, and then it could continuously be discussed at the August board meeting, the August PC meeting, and then we could all reconvene for an entire board meeting, the 21st of September.
I think the planning commission's gonna have a pretty long meeting Monday night anyway, is my only fear of
Yeah,
that.
well, that's why I was thinking, not necessarily a joint meeting, but anybody who could arrive and they could present.
I'm fine.
So they could present next
You know,
week.
flying the ointment is to make sure that we got enough time, because there's a lot of
Right.
things on the agenda, they generally like to cut it off at about 9 o'clock.
Well, it would just be a presentation, so no board discussion from, on our behalf, more of just, if you can attend, listen in. Then we have the insight, the information, we've heard it right from their mouths, if anyone can come. I agree, I don't know that all of it together would be good next week, but everybody's even around.
Melissa, not to put you on the spot, 15 minutes?
It's 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
It is. And August is fine too, I think, to get in front of the PC if you feel like that's more appropriate. You know, it's up to you guys. We are ready. It's whatever you guys have time to digest it. Again, I can get you the information earlier so you guys have it to review.
Yeah.
But you know how it is, a lot of people don't have time to read it all.
No,
The
I get it.
presentation will be more helpful.
I mean, I'm up for whatever, I just.
Get it to us, and let's plan on August 17th for you guys to go in front of the PC.
Okay.
But I think between all that, everybody should have time to digest everything, and we'll still have a
Joint
joint
meeting,
meeting
more
on
of
the
a
20th.
decision-making meeting on the
Yes.
21st.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Janelle, you wanna do how youth assistance?
Yeah, I don't have very much for us right now, other than, Haya is doing their donation drive, so just anything that you would normally take to Goodwill or Salvation Army, they are collecting a number of donations on July 25th and 26th, there's a flyer in the front door, and then a number of the proceeds that they get or go toward Haya, so keep that in mind, especially this is a great time of year, a lot of people clean up in the summer, donate to them instead of your local drop-off. Wednesdays, they have their car show going on, and other than that, I don't have a whole lot of updates for you today. Easy.
I was looking for a calendar.
Teresa, you wanna do Brandon Groveland?
So, being as it's summer, they're not meeting this month, so we would be meeting tomorrow, but we're not meeting tomorrow. That's, July 18th, which is a Saturday, is, BGYA is gonna be doing a Kids Day, it's Kids Day at, the Farmers Market in downtown Ortonville. So BGYA will be sponsoring, a bunch of fun stuff there for the kids. August 7th, BGYA is also going to be at the library. They are doing a 100-year celebration at the Brandon Library. Yes, 100 years, Brandon. And so that is sometime in the evening, and it'll be out in their parking lot. That's a Friday night. And then Septemberfest is September 12th. That's the all-day thing in downtown Ortonville. And BGYA will have a booth there and be speaking with people. And then the Township Board is invited to the August meeting, which is outdoors at Crossman Park, and that is the second Tuesday of August, which would be August 11th. For anyone who would like to go for the picnic. It's their picnic. They invite the people from the community and the schools, you know, to meet everybody and so on. So that's pretty much it for BGYA, okay?
Keith, I've gotta cut you off because the supervisor can't read his own scribble. We did not discuss the picnic.
No, I forgot to. So this was that last minute ad, so this picnic is coming up on August 29th. And obviously we're just gonna have to get some things together before then. So in front of you is just a very, very, quickly drafted idea of what we could possibly do. I guess the biggest thing is I just need to know how we wanna move forward with this. Are we going to actually allocate an amount of money? Are we going to rely on donations? What's our plan? There was the park itself actually recommended a porta-john right at our site, especially for people who may have struggled to, you know, get to the bathroom. So that is something that I just need to know if I should get. I think I brought it up a couple months ago, but I just want more of a definitive, where are we at and how much should we be spending? This is all just drafted ideas, so whatever else you have, throw at me.
I mean, I'm not too proud to ask for donations, so I will see what I can get us donated, but I totally agree with you that we need to have dollar amount
Yeah.
set for a backup, 'cause-
Yeah, if we don't, then
Yeah,
we'll just like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, that 1,040 would be comfortable with that.
I mean, that, like I said, that was kind of a chicken scratch, maybe it's around there.
I mean, when I say get stuff donated, I'm sure hot dogs, the food, some of that we can get donated, or money
Yeah.
to buy the stuff.
Yeah, we had quite a few people wanting to
Yeah.
donate and help out for the community day and all that.
But I totally agree, we need a dollar amount set, and if we don't spend it, that's.
Right, even better.
Yeah.
And we can set it up kind of like we've done for retirees in the past. If people donate, then that goes into a 701, we hold an escrow account, and then everything's just paid out of that account. Do you remember if there was a dunk tank at Brandon Rec? Anybody want to dunk the supervisor or the fire chief?
You know, I did not ask about that the last time, but
They,
it sounds
well,
great.
how's this? They have them all the time, I'm guessing it's theirs.
It
Yeah,
could be.
They had one at the Edna Burton intergenerational barbecue picnic.
Hmm.
If
We'll
they-
have to see if the community's interested in that.
I'll tell you what, if you guys pay and the money goes to the fire department, I will join you.
You might be in there all day.
That's fine. That's fine.
Is this for the August?
29.
Yes, I say we do a dunk tank.
Okay,
For
so-
sure, dunk tanks are great.
So this is a yes. I know we did the cotton candy machine. We did have to rent that. It's like $100. It does get, I mean, I was kind of thinking maybe ice cream.
I do ice cream
program.
instead. That would be more welcome on an August day.
Okay. I'll see if I can find some type of ice cream plan. I know you can rent the ice cream carts. I don't know if that's an accurate number, but
Right down in Norms in Milford,
for ice cream,
yeah.
okay. All right, so
I'd say, I mean,
$1,000?
you had 1,040, 1,700.
I don't think we're gonna have a problem getting donations, so I'm comfortable with $1,000, spending limit.
this part, but where are we gonna wanna take this out of? Capital outlay reserve, maybe? Probably? I think that's gonna be best. Okay, so if that's the case, I would motion that, we allow a budget of $1,000 out of capital outlay reserve for the August 29th community picnic.
I'll second it. Laura, would you roll call that, please?
Kevin Scrallen,
Yes.
Janelle Keller,
Yes.
Teresa Bills,
Yes.
Keith Weiderholt.
Yes.
Back to you, Keith.
We heard a proposal from the Stephen Land Trust, and they wanna build a cold storage building on Big Sky Drive. And there was several questions from the PC, so they're gonna go back and update their drawings. And they were, I don't know if that's what's on, Danielle just sent that over for.
I believe so, yeah, that's the Big Sky Run, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
So
site.
they're coming back this month.
Can you please speak up?
Yeah, we
Oh,
can.
sorry. The cold storage building on Big Sky Drive, Stevens Land Trust had proposed, building a steel building, storage building. There was some concerns about, no indoor plumbing or toilets in the facility, and their plan was to have a porta john outside, but, long term, I don't think that's a good idea, but, so, they were gonna review that and come back this month, so we'll see what they got for us next Monday. We also talked with, Chip from the Renaissance Festival about, the Oakland County Sheriff's Department situation and bringing in MSP to take care of the traffic. They were working through that. The township will have to verify compliance with the special use permit, but, I'm sure that all the plans will be the same, it's just different uniforms. Chip will provide, the new contract when he has it. We also got into more discussions about, renewable energy, ordinances, whether it's solar and BESS. G-Track Group, provided an update on what they were doing. That was basically just
Thank you. There was no ZBA, so the supervisor report, I'm gonna be a little bit long-winded tonight, I'm sorry. Edna Burton Senior Center had their 250 Year of America celebration, so I ran over that. It was a nice time. Tire recycling, we start June 25th. That is gonna be at Station, or I'm sorry, July 25th. And the trailer will be at Fire Station 2. It'll be from 9 till noon that morning. I've told the girls in the office, I'll tell anybody, if you cannot make one of the dates for the tires, please call me. I'll be glad to meet you down there. It's a great opportunity to get rid of your junk. So, but the first date is July 25th. I got an email from ITC, they will be in the township July and August, doing their brush and stuff under the power line, so if you see them, we know they're there. The training task force, what was that, 2 weeks ago, John, we met with them?
Yes.
They are interested in doing some type of, training facilities behind the new fire station. So we just started the preliminary talks with them. I can tell you the first 2 things they wanna build are both dog related. One of them, for lack of better words, I'm gonna tell you, is like a pile of rubble that they can move around and stuff to train them dogs for search and rescue. So them dogs have to be FEMA certified, so I believe he told us they gotta go to what, Dayton, Ohio, somewhere in Pennsylvania, and somewhere on the other side of Chicago to train at this point. So they're interested in doing something, I think a dog agility course too. Of course, then me and John got into it with them, well, what could we build that would be fire related, that may be beneficial for both of us? So like I say, those conversations have just started, but I think it's something that maybe could happen down the road. I think it'd be a good thing for the township if it's beneficial for us. I think it'd also be more beneficial if we can get the task force to commit to stay here longer. Not that there's talk of them leaving, but if they start building training facilities and stuff, I think it's a good thing for us to have in here. So you may hear that talked about. Everybody's favorite topic, the RCOC road diet. So as I told the board before, I did attend one meeting. We did meet with the Renaissance Festival and the Road Commission. I gotta be honest, I don't ever see it working well out there. That's just my opinion. But the road commission is supposed to be in here next month at our August meeting to lay the plan out for everybody. And at that time, this board is gonna have to have a discussion, and see where it goes. I'll just say it, they'll tell you they cannot build a road just for 17 days. My problem is, as all this board, we've gotta do what's best for this township every day. So I don't know how we're gonna agree to something that we know 17 days are gonna be a living heck to begin with. That's not right, let alone the gravel traffic and everything else that happens out there every day. Emergencies, when that I-75 gets closed. The other thing, and I have not got the numbers back yet from Levy, I've asked Levy, I said, what's the future expansion once these pits are closed? How many homes are we gonna gather? Because I do not wanna be sitting here in 8 years, and all of a sudden we have a meeting one night and I say, well, we need to come up with money to widen this road back out.
Yeah.
Cause that's a possibility.
Did they respond to that?
The road commission?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, they were very open to that. That's,
Well, I'm curious, because isn't that half the reason that they were requesting or requiring the roundabouts and the additional entrance is their projected future, but now they're making this plan on current?
that's on Grange Hall Road,
What's that grade called?
the roundabouts.
No, I know, but wasn't it all road commission?
Is that the road commission's decision?
No, that was MDOT
Oh,
under
okay.
federal safety
Okay.
grant.
We're on Greenville Road.
We're gonna put roundabouts on both sides.
Where the stop signs
But
are.
this,
Where the
Well,
stop signs
by 75.
Yeah.
Is there enough land?
For the roundabouts?
well, but it is a point to bring up, is that MDOT is doing all this planning, considering future plans. And the road commission seems to be utilizing plans from 2022. I mean, they're using
Yeah, numbers,
2023
yeah.
numbers. So I think it is interesting that, that would be something.
And I'll be honest with you, I've tried, I have not found the right person at MDOT to tell me what MDOT thinks of this, because that is still a state highway.
Well, that's what I was gonna just ask you, why is this road commission as opposed to MDOT?
I'll be honest with you, Teresa, I'm still trying to figure that out. So they're supposed to be in here in August.
Well, probably what it is this was all grant funds, so they looked at the entire county and said, oh, where could we put some money? And Groveland jumped out at them, I guess. But that is probably why, it just happens to be a road in the county, but they thought maybe they could,
Well, they go by the accident numbers too.
yeah.
I mean, the accident numbers is what trips it.
But I'm
Well,
not.
if they open up by 75, there wouldn't be as many
Right.
accidents.
I was gonna say, they quit constructing.
I have no argument with you on that. But in their defense, if you historically go back and look over the years, and the worst thing is, the whole thing starts, if you took Oak Hill South to Davisburg Road, John can attest to this, the amount of accidents on that stretch of road are unbelievable. So that is really what tipped it, was there. But they're not gonna do a road diet for that stretch and not try to do something the rest of the way. So, we will see what happens.
When will they be here?
August 10th.
August 10th.
And is there any, possibility of putting together any kind of petitions for opposition? I think I read on the Oakland County Road Commission website
Yeah.
that as a people, to our constitution, we can publish petitions on behalf of our township
And we will do that.
that says that
We will
we
do that
oppose
as
it.
necessary. But the
Well, we
first
should be
step,
starting that now.
the first step though for a board is they have to come in and present. We can't be doing a bunch of stuff without even hearing from them.
It's on your website.
No, I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm just
Well, I
telling you
mean,
from
the
the board
plan,
aspect.
the plan is already out there,
Oh, yeah, they're
so
throwing
we
the
should be
plan out there.
opposing it right now, not the day
They're
before.
throwing the plan out there, sure. But they don't even have the plan drawn up, to be honest with you.
But we should be opposing any kind of diet. We've been trying to develop business corridor
Oh,
on Dixie
absolutely.
Highway for the 30 years I've lived here. And now all of a sudden,
Yeah,
you wanna shut all of that down, that's crazy.
I agree. M15. I had a couple of reports. reach out because there's construction signs over there, so MDOT finally answered me back, so actually this Friday night, starting at 7 until Monday morning, M15, Granger to Oakwood. Southbound will be open, northbound is closed all weekend in that stretch.
Great.
The next Friday, the 24th through the 27th, Oakwood to County Line Road. Both will be open, but there's gonna be flaggers, so if you gotta go that way, I'm
Said it's
sure.
the weather permitting, if it rains,
Yeah.
they'll push it
Yeah.
till next weekend.
So we'll see. And last but not least, on July 3rd, the state passed their budget, and we got, in our township, $950,000 LDSI for 10 new firewalls.
Yay.
That's legislatively directed spending items. So just put it in perspective, there was over 1,350 applied for, they approved 135 of them. So I asked some people to thank tonight. First would be David Martin and his staff. They championed it for us in the House and got it started, and they were very helpful along the whole way. They were great. Ruth Johnson kept it on the Senate side. I think we all know how lucky we are to have Ruth in our corner. Matt and Justin Damascus, they spent many days and some hours over in Lansing, keeping us in there. Letters of support, they were outstanding. All the area fire chiefs, Oakland County Emergency Management, Camp Tamarack, Oakland County Parks, Commissioner Bob Hoffman, but most of all, you guys. Kinda had a call to action, asked you guys to write letters. The amount of letters we got, you guys were awesome. And I'll be honest with you, it takes a lot for this little township to get that done. Without all of you guys, it wouldn't have happened. The entire board, I'd like to thank all of you. You were very supportive in this process. Last but not least is Chief Williams. I know John did a lot on that proposal. John, when you told me what you wanted to do, I thought you were nuts, to be honest with you. I thought this is gonna be a real battle. But between the proposal and all the letters you got, I know you testified one day in front of the committee. It was a challenge, but we got it done.
We did. I also want to thank President Watershed.
Yep.
It's definitely the backbone for us.
It was a real undertaking to get this done. Now we gotta move on to the next one. We can only have overhead for so long. We gotta keep going. You know,
For me, the election is right around the corner. We actually will begin early voting next Saturday. So that is creeping up on us very quickly. July 25th is when early voting starts, so you are welcome to come in between July 25th and August 2nd. Downstairs, no matter what precinct you usually vote at on election day, you can come in downstairs and during early voting and vote. If you received an absent voter ballot, you can also bring that ballot in and insert it into the machine during early voting or on election day as well. You still are able to request an absent voter ballot if you're interested. Please make sure for this election, remember that there are partisan sections. So there are certain items on that ballot. If you cross parties, that will nullify your ballot items for that partisan section. So keep that in mind. You have to select one or the other. So even though there are some items that aren't partisan, it is technically still a primary. This is the August primary, so keep that in mind. We will have our public accuracy test on Wednesday, so if anybody's really interested in watching us test the machines in front of you, you're welcome to come. It's exhilarating. But we are here and it is open. It's an open meeting, so you're welcome to come. 2 o'clock. Yep, and then our election inspectors, we usually have them stick around and then we do some additional training that afternoon, which is not open to the public, but you're always welcome to apply and be an election inspector. We have that community picnic I already mentioned, August 29th. Please, that is open for this community. Please bring your family, friends. The Groveland Oaks has been overly generous. They are giving us wristbands. We can use the water items. They have hippity hops and a geo wall, the climbing wall, so they have a number of different things we can use, and this is for our community, so this is no cost to you unless there are items there that you want to pay for. So please make sure you get that word out. I actually reached out to our planner today and I did not receive word back. The items it's still up here. I know we have a good chunk of you here today. Please, if you have not already contributed up here, let your voice be heard. I know that maybe some items are not up there that you would have preferred to see, but they still are looking for some feedback from the community. So there's a sheet over there for you to write your name and address, and then provide your input up here. What do you think are the greatest strengths? What would you like to continue to see? What are the weaknesses? What do we need to work on? Opportunities, what are the greatest areas we could maybe work on or work toward? And then threats, what are the biggest things are challenges for our community? So there's a green and a blue sticker. It kind of gives you instructions on up top, but because there are so many of you here today, if you have not done that, I would really, really encourage you. Carrie was talking about that master plan. We only get so much information, and if you weren't at the meeting in February, you haven't been able to really provide much. So this is your chance to at least say something. It's with the dots, that's it. But it's 2 dots on each, so technically it's 8 dots, kid. This is just a small piece of information. If any of you are on our updates for minutes, I don't know if you would have received the notification today or not. We noticed today that the agendas at the very top for the last few months have actually said Groveland Township Regular Board and Planning Commission. That agenda had not changed the heading since back in January or February whenever we had met with the PC. So all of those were just updated to reflect that error. I'm only telling you this because if you were bombarded with emails for updates, that was the only thing that was updated, is just that Planning Commission was removed. Yeah. And then the last thing here is just, don't forget that we still have no-haz going on through the summer, so if you need to get rid of, your paint, your anything hazardous, that is coming up. I think August 1st is the next one. I can't remember where that one is.
Kensington Church.
Kensington Church? Okay. So, we do have some brochures out there, but it's a great opportunity for you to get rid of some of that stuff that's not great for the environment.
Question.
Yeah.
The testing of the voting machines, are the results of that published anywhere?
They're not published, but they are available here. So, I mean, you'd see it if you come to it, you'd see it. If you can't, you're always welcome to come in. We do have to seal them up afterward.
Okay, it's not so much that I want to see it, I would just like to see it put out to the public that what the results were, whether it failed or passed.
Oh, yeah,
Because come voting day, there may be some discrepancy of whether somebody believes it was fixed or not.
Yeah, well, I think
And
that's.
you can report saying that
Sure.
we said they're fine.
Sure, so, I'll be quite honest with you, they have never failed, and if it did fail, I would have to do another public accuracy test, because we'd have to redo all the machines. So there actually wouldn't be an opportunity for it to fail entirely without me doing it all over.
I believe every election has been fine. So
Yeah.
I'm of the opinion you guys do a good job.
Thank you very much.
And there is no
Yeah,
back.
no, I would actually
Doing
probably
anything
panic,
wrong.
and you might actually hear the explosion from the township if it failed. So just as an FYI for that public accuracy, because this is educational, and well, I am a teacher by nature. So, by the time we get to the public accuracy, we have actually tested every one of our machines for just the August election. And then what will happen on Wednesday is what we do is we bring the early voting machine, a regular precinct machine, and then one of our auto writers. So those are our assistance devices, and we bring those so that the community can see how it works, how it operates. You can see that if you put in a ballot that's for the wrong precinct, it kicks it back out. You can see if there are over markings or stray marks, it kicks the ballot back out. So it's kind of like a softer version, right? Election day, you're in a little secret bubble, and it just says, ding, wrong, you did something. So this is your chance, if you want to come see, it actually even says it at the top, what's wrong with the ballot, so it should kick out specific ballots. Kind of neat for nerds like you.
One more time, just to make sure.
Yeah.
You'll validate that it is proper, you'll lock it up in home deals. Someplace, if somebody requests that it fail or pass, you'll have that information.
It really would just be an audible response. The
That's
print.
not gonna work well in court, is it?
Well, here's the thing, it would, because they have to be sealed. So they have to be
Yeah, but they
sealed.
can be, if they're sealed before, somebody can unseal them between then and the election.
Nope, but if you come on Wednesday, I can show you why we can't unseal them.
Okay, well, I bet, that- and I bet you can say that the elections can't be rigged either, but there are
Well, no,
lawsuits for that.
what I'm saying is, the purpose of them being sealed is so that I couldn't go back and then change it later. So for example, on Wednesday, if it passed, I could have a report that says it passed, but if I went back in, if it wasn't sealed properly,
Mhm.
and I went back in and modified the results, then it wouldn't have mattered what those original results said. So those do get sealed up. In an
So
instance where
therefore-
it might have been like a court case or something, they would ask to see that bag. That seal is actually written, so there's a protective sleeve that both a Democrat and a Republican have to sign, indicating what the seal number is, and that gets sealed inside the bag. So that is how you know what was in there, like whether that seal is still on it.
All right. So
I want you to come now.
If the-
Yeah, I expect you to be there.
I just would like someplace written down that, you know, come post-election,
Sure.
that somebody comes and says it's rigged, that you can say that it is not.
Yeah, so it would all be in that
Okay,
sealed
all
bag,
right.
but that is how you would know.
Okay, all right,
What'd you say? Never mind.
okay, thank you.
That's all I had.
I have no more questions about that.
I've got to interrupt because I thought Janelle would say something, but I will say, these two ladies put out their first email
Oh,
update, if you're on the list.
Who got the email just today?
no.
It was it last week? It was like,
Been like the,
about 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Like early July.
Yeah.
I thought-
So it's, if
just
you've gone
recently-
to our website,
Yeah.
if you've gone to our website, there's a little pop-up where you can put in your email address. Everybody who's on that should have received that email newsletter. It was the first one.
probably was like July 1st or 2nd, cause we wanted,
Yes.
yeah, we wanted to make sure it went out right around the time people got text and ballots.
So if you haven't gotten it, you wanna make sure that you go to our website, look for the pop-up, and put in your email address and submit it.
I thought
Are you also saying though
did a
that
great
some
job.
of the today's information got mailed out? Didn't you also say that there was a blast given out today?
So if you are on the updates for, agendas, when either Laura or Danielle post those to the website, you should get a notification that says, you know, something's been changed then. There will be more. Oh, there
I
are.
haven't gotten any, so I'm gonna do it again.
So if you sign up for the link, that's the pop-up on the website, that's gonna be just the informational emails that Teresa and I had sent out.
Understood.
If you want an update for, like what we're referencing for the agendas, that's actually a different item, but as if you.
Within the township, yeah.
So we'd have to, but we can add you to it if you want, so you just need to let us know, and you can add to it.
Oh, it's not someplace you can go out and.
It's
You,
add
it's,
yourself to?
Gov delivery.
it's through Gov Delivery. You actually can add it, but I know that the last time we did it, it was,
Yeah, and they're getting ready to change their name from Gov
Yeah.
Delivery to Granicus or something, so it's gonna change a little bit. But,
maybe I'll send out a,
there has to be a way to put it somewhere at the bottom of our website. You know, like Oakland County has it on theirs.
well, we did have it, I thought.
We did,
Yeah,
so we need to get it back.
yeah,
We'll have to figure that one out.
I will, I'll send an email.
We'll just write that down.
Your turn, Teresa.
And so, just to piggyback on what Kevin said about that newsletter, it was basically, we just try to pick the things that are happening right now here in the township, so that we're just giving you some informational pieces. It is not gonna get sent out like on a regular basis, like every 2 weeks or anything like that. It's more or less, as things come up, we'll try to get them out. So, if you haven't gotten one, you wanna make sure you sign up. If your friends or neighbors, like, if you think that they might be interested, please let them know that we have started to send these informational things out, and tell them how they can sign up. Just go to our website, fill in the pop-up, okay? Otherwise, I just am collecting taxes and, trying to make sure that they're all the legal taxes we're allowed to collect. And, the July Board of Review is, no, and I say that with all due respect, because I don't wanna collect any more than I have to. And the July Board of Review is next Tuesday, the 21st of July. So, that's pretty much it.
I'll open public comment. Anybody got any comments?
Good job.
Go ahead.
When do you anticipate?
Hi, First Smith. Teresa, we don't wanna pay more taxes than we have.
Correct.
Okay. Making sure you don't mind getting the money, but. So, we all know the internet is just so full of true information, right? Not. So, Holly Michigan Matters has a website, open discussion group, and I'm gonna say this name because it's out there on the web. Sarah Tompkins Arsenal, and I checked with her name up, she lives over by, in Holly. Anyways, she posted this, and I don't know if anybody here is aware of it or not, but it says, it goes on to say, with over 48 acres of magnificent, let me back up a little bit. This has to do with lot 6 on Tyndall Road, Holly, Michigan, 48442, lot 6. With over 48 acres of magnificent wooded land right before your eyes, this remarkable property is perched on 6 sprawling parcels, offering a canvas for a variety of visions, from creating a luxurious family estate to the development of an upscale residential community. Whether envisioning a serene retreat, sprawling custom home development, senior housing community, or data center possibilities, this property is ideal for anyone. This expansive property boasts over 1 mile of frontage on I-75 and easy access to freeway ramps, paved road frontage on Tyndall Road, Buckeye Lake Road, and I-75. The picturesque property features gravel driveway, extensive equestrian trails, and is currently wired for data with a beautiful country setting and blah, blah, blah. So, and I know y'all don't have any speaking on for Holly, but Tyndall and Buckeye Lake,
It's not in Holly, it's in our township.
is it?
It's in Groveland.
So,
Yeah.
again, I don't know if anybody is, I always forward this, is it true? I'm not a realtor, so I don't look that stuff up.
Greg, this is Elizabeth. That's been listed for about 2 years, actually.
Okay, so,
It's Osmond's property, and,
There's what?
it's a gentleman named Osmond. He owns a lot of property south of Buckle Lake Road, east of I-75, west of Dixie. It's prime for development. So, yeah, that's actually been out there for quite a bit. So, yeah. It's up there, right?
it's advertised.
Yeah.
Has it always
Oh, yeah.
advertised data centers?
You have $18 million, you can buy it.
For what?
Anybody else?
Oh, 3.2 is. Yeah, just about the picnic, we're gonna have music?
Are you playing?
He can.
Oh, really? He's a DJ.
You are? No.
Are you offering to bring your stuff?
But he has to-
I will.
I'll take you up on it.
Yeah. That wasn't really, yeah, we should have some music.
If you have a karaoke machine, I know somebody.
I had a karaoke machine out there.
You do not, I can tell you that.
It's all over there.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is just a comment, and I don't mean to dismiss anyone, sort of. Instead of pitting 2 good guys against each other, can we have one recalled? He's never here at meetings. I haven't seen him in weeks, months. I mean, I don't know if he's ill, but he's been on the board for years. And I haven't been, I know I'm one of many, but I really haven't been excited about anything he has to say, and most of the time he's like, no comment, I don't, like you ask him about a meeting, and he goes, well, I don't know what happened, I have to remember. I'm sorry, I'm being very disrespectful, I know, because he's been around forever, but I just wanted to know, is there anything we can do about it? Because he's,
We need a recall petition signed, but it's probably 6 or 7 weeks.
when's his thing up?
Same time,
It's
2020.
Okay. I just. That's all.
Hi, Jim Kaminsky over in Maple, Woodland Pines. one thing, we got some new internet fiber placed in our sub, which is pretty cool, from Frontier. Good thing. Bad thing, they cut our sprinkler lines. We have been trying to get a hold of them many times. My wife has, and they keep ignoring us. So is there a number we are missing, or is there some way we can get a hold of these totally awesome people, because it's getting a little frustrating.
They don't even speak English.
Did I talk to you?
I was gonna say, did you guys check me?
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
it's like, there were a few people that called.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I have no contacts with Frontier. I don't even, this sounds stupid, I don't even know what they're doing in our township, to be honest.
They just came here.
But the road right of way stuff, we have no say over. So the farthest I got was when I got through their website.
Yeah.
They gave you that information.
You gave me.
And Frontier is actually in Brandon, so I called Supervisor Rumble, because I had a couple other complaints. And Jason was the same way, he's like, I have no contact, I have no way to get a hold of them.
Comcast bought Frontier 20-some odd years ago.
But they still operate separate.
Maybe I'll call.
What's going
He knows all those people.
Call Mike, I'd love to have a number for you.
They not only raise our gas and electric
So I
rates.
make a claim.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah, there's-
Just like, you know, saying, oh, we'll get back to you in about 3 days. That's all I have.
We'll get a hold of our Comcast guy and see if he can get us.
Just out of curiosity, you are certain that they were placed in your yard and not like in the road right away?
No.
We don't have any sidewalk.
We don't have any, no, it's right in between our property and our next door neighbors. They dug the hole, there's a sprinkler head nearby, and it now just puddles water.
And it worked fine before.
worked fine
We
before.
don't have it right away, I don't think.
We never did, that's.
Do we, Dave?
They didn't get my
Where are you guys located at?
In, the Windward Pines, on Maple.
We'll do some more digging for you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I've tried calling several times and tried the website, just, it's either a bot or sales, like they'll say,
Sure.
well, do you want new service? You know, no, I don't want new service. I'm just
I want
concerned about
service.
Yeah.
damage. And then basically, if I don't want new service, then I'm not getting anywhere, you know what I mean?
Yep,
That's what it is.
or pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also one more thing, I would like to say, could we also look at ways to fill in some voids for development? I know everybody seems to hate data centers, and I know, you probably know I do too. You know, think a lot of things like, you know, this area, we're like right between like Ortonville, Clarkston, and then Flint, and we got this, we're like the median spot where there's like a void, and like all down Dixie, there's a void. And I think there's a lot of cool stuff there. I mean, Alex's is pretty cool, but Alex's cost, you know, $100 for everything. So I'm thinking, why can't we put like a Trader Joe's? I heard a water park, they want to put a water park there. Something exciting, because you know what, it could be a nice hotspot for people between like Mortonville, Groveland, Holly. For something like reasonably priced, we could fill a nice void. We could probably improve the, you know, the activity in a positive way. I think we probably would love a lot more than, you know, some of the things we've been arguing over for the past couple of years. You know, I mean, I know we made some suggestions about it, but it seems like, you know, it's just been a fight against like, you know, data centers or BES. But is there any positive thing we could do to fill these voids? Because, you know, we do have a prime spot where I think we can add community stuff, do fun stuff, put a nice shopping center, because, you know, shopping's pretty low. I heard Iki's almost lost like half their food from the power outages and stuff like that. You know, yeah, and it's just like, I mean, I don't think it like goes against like the culture of the neighborhood, like being like rural. It's like right off the expressway. It'd be a good stop for some people, especially in the area. I think it'll generate a lot of traffic. I think it's a good thing, so.
We're working on it.
What,
Thank you.
are we affiliated with Rite Aid facility on the corner? Any plans for something new, like a new pharmacy?
I'll be honest with you, we've had a couple of calls with some, but I have not seen a plan or anything else.
I do think someone recently did contact the office about something. It hasn't got very far though, but just recently, somebody did contact the office about
about the Rite Aid, but I just wonder if there's any prospects on it.
Yeah.
It'd be so nice to have another pharmacy here.
I would love to have
Because the
another Rite
closest
Aid.
one is not close. If you know what I'm saying.
If the Rite Aid could return, that'd be great.
Yeah.
There
Bagel.
you go. Anybody else?
Yeah. When do you anticipate this TV coming back?
Yeah, I can tackle that. So I actually talked with Mike last week. They have almost all of the gear. I actually think the last meeting, they had almost all the gear ready. I didn't know if we might pause it because now that the fire department is going to have fiber, or at the time it was potentially have fiber, we actually don't even hold our server here. It's in Springfield Township because it needs to have fiber. So, long story short, we're not moving it, as an FYI, until probably next year, or not next year, but the next time we have to renew our contract. But he is hoping that within the next month or two, that will all be up and operational. It will take a little time because he still has to bring some lines into here for recording, microphones, camera, and all that. And as soon as all of that is back on track, we will be back up and running. So I know it stinks. I have been trying to keep on, but we're kind of in this holding pattern until they have it all ready to roll.
Probably been almost a year, if not longer.
I think it was up in about probably about February is when it stopped.
Go ahead, Melissa.
Just a really quick suggestion, someone else had suggested this, here, you might be able to remember who it was, but maybe record the meetings and use Zoom. I don't know if that's an option or not, if that would be like inexpensive for people who can't attend. They would know, hey, it's 7 o'clock on Mondays. If they can't get here physically, they can log in from home. They might keep people up to date until all the Comcast stuff gets finished and you can do like a monthly update. It's just an idea. I just thought that is kind of simple, right? Like we do it all the time for work. If it could be recorded live on Zoom and people can they can't speak probably or say anything, but they can at least hear the
Right.
name. Because a lot of people aren't gonna go back and listen to the YouTube videos, and sometimes people have trouble finding those YouTube links. That's just a feedback I've heard.
So the Zoom, the suggestion that you're referring to that was made by one of the community residents is that a Zoom would be done specifically when we do our G-Track presentation, so that if there's any of you members who aren't able to make it in person, you'd be able to watch it live wherever you were at. Especially since only 15 or 20 minutes. So if there's anybody when you do your joint meeting, but that would carry forward with what the suggestion is. You could Zoom this and the PC meetings live. People do watch those YouTube videos. I've been in the community and there are some that are able to get them and they watch them every single time, even though their butts have never been in a chair. And they're very much watching what's going on currently, just to let you know. So if you were, like it's taking you guys a little while to get the emails, but if you were able to get a Zoom that people could link their email to, and then they could just click on it and they'd watch it live, or you could post your recording on your website. Very easy to be done.
Thank you.
That wasn't my comment, that was just on hers. More to come.
Take it.
Yeah, so my comment's not too much, other than to say, for the one resident here that asked about the missing member, he was present at the special meeting June 20 whatever on Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. And that's the one when Kevin asked his board what they would like to see in development. And you guys can go and watch that. I don't want to use my 3 minutes to say what he said, but they did give some ideas of what they want to see. I would say when you're thinking about voting and you're thinking about doing the things you're doing, go back and watch the old videos and see where people have voted over the last 2 years. You know, we've had a lot of turnover. We have a lot of new people on the planning commission. Go watch their comments. Then you'll know, but planning commission members are appointed, they are not elected. So that's just a follow-up comment. My biggest thing is, I wore my shirt again tonight. I'm getting a new t-shirt made. You guys will be seeing me in a new t-shirt. And I'm just gonna ask you to record me if you would. So my t-shirt, just say no to Bess. I'm asking this board, I'm asking the planning commission next Monday, just say no. There's a lot of changes being made. A lot of changes. We know we're getting data centers, but there's a lot of misinformation as well. And we're getting data centers in Michigan. We don't need them in Groveland Township. They're in listening, and what's been resonating with me is all of the possibility that we really have. You guys all together can create a vision. You know what would be cool is to see a big vision board up here beyond the master plan. A vision board for what development you want to see that ties in. We do have Shannon Fasteners. You guys do need some income. I've been doing a lot of work that I never would have done 2 years ago, all because of this thing here that's waiting in the wings, everybody. You know, I'm convinced they're just waiting in the wings. You build a data center, that property he mentioned, there's a whole slew of properties here in Groveland Township that are possible for big development. It does not have to be a data center. All of this list, these do not need to become data centers. We have parks and recreation and Mount Holly, and you have the ORV park that only just opened, I think, in 2020. There's so much more development that we could do. Where is your 35 and under crowd? You know why you don't see them? Because Groveland has nothing for them. But wow, you got some potential. So I'm sitting over the holidays and all of a sudden listening to conversations with under 35s, the 20s. I heard what they want. And guess what? It's not a data center. And if you guys want money for this township and for this board, you might want to just put something out there that's not just these stickers to what they do on social media. Get their input. Ask them what they want, because they'll spend their money. You get a nice area. I mean, have you guys ever seen Bottoms Up on a Monday night with that volleyball?
Yeah.
Come on. You guys have, and I will tell you, they're in their 20s. And their parents come with them, and they're spending their money at Bottoms Up. Let's get some generated income for the township that is not a data center that could just leave us belly up and hurting, lower our property values and everything. I'm encouraged tonight. I don't know if you can tell, but I am encouraged, and I hope you guys get a vision for what you want, and put a big board up there and put it there, put it on your website, make it clear, and then let's go. Let's make it happen, because I guarantee people are gonna get behind it in Community Hope. I guarantee it. The last thing that I would request, and I would say also, and I wrote this down so that I don't misspeak, so I remember it too, is anybody here tonight that spoke publicly? I'm not sure Laura or our recording clerk or Janelle, our elected clerk, could correct me if I'm wrong. But really, it's good if you go ahead, and especially if you wrote down your comments, submit them to our clerk tonight and ask her to make them part of your public record, of their public record. It's very important. And then also, I will be submitting my comments via email, and anybody else can do that too, and just ask them to put it as part of public record.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, we will close public comment.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn and reconvene for the fire board meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
John?
Did we adjourn?
Pardon me?
Did we adjourn?
Yes.
We have reconvened. Fire
Oh, you
board.
got something else to do. If I give this to you, does it get published? Does it get put into the minutes and published?
I do not.
Okay, is it your decision?
It's not my decision.
Oh, whose decision would it be?
I can't put it in.
I'll ask. I'll take it over here.
I think we're ready.
All right, John.
All right, thanks for hearing me tonight. I'll start off with the alarms this year. We had 71 calls last month. Total for the year would be 469, as opposed to last year, 479 and 533 for the year. So we've pretty much just had a steady decline in our run volume because we do such a great risk assessment mitigation of it. But we're dropping our numbers there. We'll move on to board actions. So this all has to do with the new fire station. I have a bid from Brian Stewart for truck drops in the amount of $4,800.
Did you put the other bid in here, John?
I didn't get the bid itself from Barry, from LJM.
John, these drops are like these exhaust pipe things, or is it?
No, for electrical drops to keep the trucks plugged in for the battery charger and block heaters.
I thought I sent a quote to you that they'd sent them.
I thought you just sent me the total amount.
I thought that whole quote was on there. You better look.
But, yeah, that quote was
I was gonna say it was
$15,000.
I was gonna say it was $10,000 more than Stewart's.
So this is to run electrical for these, is that what you're saying? So this wasn't a part of our original, like,
No, it was
construction
not
bid?
on the print. It was a lot that was excluded from the print. The bid from LJM was $15,114. I do have a quote here.
I'm sorry.
For the exact same thing?
Yes.
What'd you say, John? I'm just making myself know. Was it 15,000 what?
$114.
Thank you.
And I did contact City Electric and never got a response back from them to give us another quote. They do have the emails on that.
I don't know if you're gonna find anybody cheaper than $4,800 to begin with.
No, I'm pretty sure we're not.
I don't know if any of you knew Stewart's. They lived in the township. Gary lived in the township forever. I mean, they're a
Yeah, they
reputable company.
did all the electrical in Station 2, and they've done work for us over the years, quite a bit.
I'll make a motion that we accept the quote from Stewart Electric for $4,800 from for the 8 power drops for the trucks.
Yeah, I will put those other quotes in the refusals.
So this was as compared to the one other one of $15,114.
Correct.
Yes, that was from the builder who built the station.
From the who?
From Barry.
Oh. That's a lot of difference.
It's a really big difference.
Huge difference. I think we got the, I don't wanna do a price, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, that is really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does this include equipment? Just labor?
Yeah, it's just running a circuit for each of the drops, for the 8 drops, 20 amp circuit for each, and run it out, and
You guys
dropping it down into the bay.
They'll drop it.
Yeah.
So it's going to a breaker box, or each one's going to its own breaker, or are they?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
There's quite a draw on those with the block heaters.
Mhm. All right, well, I know we don't have 3 quotes, but this seems quite different from the only other quote you have, so, I guess I will second your motion.
Roll call, please.
Janelle Keller,
Yes.
Teresa Bills,
Yes,
Keith Wiederhold,
Yes.
Kevin Scrammer.
Yes.
I guess we should ask, like, what are we paying this out of? Is this, are we paying this out of the money that the township is still
Yeah.
covering? Okay.
Out of the money that we already allocated to complete.
Yeah.
Am I adding that?
Yes.
Yeah, we need to say where it's coming from.
I'm sorry, I should have done that.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, John.
All right, and then the water softener filtration system for the new station. It puts their MSP and us as well. I got a price quote from Hartsix, the plumbing supplier, for water softener and an iron filter for $3,213. And then I was waiting for other quotes that I have not gotten back from Vic Bond, and then I went to Hodges this afternoon. Got some information from them, and then Wally actually called me at 6 o'clock, and because I've been waiting on a quote from him. So I told him the quote we got from that, and he said we would definitely be able to beat that.
From Wally?
Yeah, I would just, at this time, I'd like to request an amount, and so we can decide once we get the quotes prior to the next meeting.
Sure. Yeah, we need to get it in there, especially if they're using water. Where do you think you're at, John? You're gonna install it? Don't give me
It
that
all
look,
depends on
John.
what it comes back at. Wally said probably just a couple $100 to install it.
Gotcha.
For him, so we'll see what Hodges and Lakeland come back at, and then decide.
So you wanna plug in a budget number, is what you're looking for today, and say
Yes.
that 3,200 plus like 200, so say like 3,500.
30, I think would be safe for 3,500, for any of them, yeah.
So we wanna make a motion to approve $3,500 budget pending other review of additional quotes.
Well, how are you gonna determine which one you're gonna take?
The one I like.
I mean, it's just like, you're gonna get a quote from Hodges, a quote from Lakeland, and then this Hartsig. And obviously, they're not gonna be the same, so if we're gonna allot a certain amount of money,
Correct.
how are you gonna decide which one that you're gonna do?
The system that I think will perform the best,
Okay,
but I won't do it myself, I'll, of course,
So
bring it to you.
Wally is WB Contracting?
No, that's me, they ran it through my company, I don't know why. I tried to have them redo it for 4 days and, oh yeah, I'll get it to you.
Wally is Lakeland.
Yeah, Wally's Lakeland Water Softener.
I'm sorry, John, you've got, are we talking about these Amazon?
I just threw those in there too, cause I didn't have any other quotes.
Oh,
So I
okay.
went on there, those are junk, they're plastic heads and they'll last like a year and a half.
Okay.
They break and
So
start.
this is, that's what those were for, is this,
Yeah.
So-
When I did the packet, I was just trying to get for more quotes.
so we would be looking at a water softener and iron filter
Correct.
for 3,500.
Well, why don't you get the quotes and bring them in to me? And we can discuss it once you get the quotes.
So we're gonna just say, yeah, we're gonna just approve up to a certain amount, and then he'll
I
bring
would
them in?
approve up to $3,500 when John gets his other quotes, bring them in. That way we can decide and get it done.
Okay.
Well, okay, I mean, we can't decide that.
No,
But John could do that, like if we're just,
Yep.
we're gonna approve up to a certain amount of money.
Approving a
Yeah.
budget number.
Yep.
I think it's a valid question, how are we gonna determine that, but, I mean, I trust these women.
Yeah, cause I'm stuck with the problem if they don't work.
You are,
So-
right, and then you get to pay
And
for
I don't
it
wanna
next
get ripped
time.
off either.
Yeah, this is your one shot at the budget, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
I
trust
feel
John's
confident.
judgment, he's worked with plumbing.
Yep.
Correct. I feel confident I'll make a motion that we approve up to $3,500 for a water filtration system for the new station at MSP Post. Is that to be taken from the township's allotted budget of money for the finishing of the stations?
I'd support that. I would amend that motion to also include the iron filter. So it's not just the softener, it's also an iron.
Oh, the filtration and
Correct? So
iron
it's
filters.
Two things. Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Or did I say that wrong?
Don't consider it.
Okay.
Or we could just say water filtration system to give us quality potable water. Cause each of them come back with their own unique processes for filtering the water. Like Wally doesn't have.
So a water softener and filtration
He has
system.
conditioners. So
Yeah.
he doesn't have an iron filter, an air curtain iron filter, he has a carbon filter system along with water conditioner. It just has different media in it, so, I don't know.
So a water softener with the appropriate filtration system.
Or water filtration
Yeah.
system. Like, it could be a softener, it could just be a filtration system, right? So
Correct.
it's a water filtration conditioning system, whatever it is, water treatment system.
Leave it
There
whatever
you
you
go.
say at it.
Perfect.
Water treatment system.
I guess where I was going
Is
with that
that
is
what you
Right.
want? Water
One
treatment
thing.
system?
Water treatment system.
Are you ready to quit yet, Laura?
You know, and obviously, you're gonna make that determination based on overall maintenance costs, et cetera, et cetera. You have to pick. And then I'll trust that between you and Kevin, you'll pick the one you want.
Well, we're gonna pick a good one, cause
Yes.
otherwise we gotta hear about it.
Well, yeah,
Laura, would you roll call whatever that
up to
motion ended up being?
$3,500.
Yeah. Keith Wiederhold,
Yes.
Kevin Scramlin.
Yes.
Janelle Keller.
Yes.
Teresa Bills.
Yes.
All right, the next one's not a quoted cost price for materials, because I would be purchasing them from multiple suppliers, but it's for the air drops and power washer in the bays, and that would be the hose reels and materials, and I need to get a lot of things fabricated, so it is just a total amount to do that. For me to install it would be $6,000.
$6,000.
That's just us buying the material and you
Yes.
guys doing the work?
Yep, for us to do the work.
That's not in here anywhere though, right?
There is no
Okay.
quotes for that.
Do you do every bay then, John? You have to run it through the whole thing, don't you?
Just the in-between bays.
Oh, yeah.
Because it'll serve both sides.
I got you.
There's no
Okay,
point.
I was thinking about that. Gotcha.
We can't reuse the reels from station one.
No, they're shot. I just had to replace a hose on one so I can use that hose.
Well, I mean, I think that's important.
With
If we
that
can
blue.
use anything there, we should, especially when you don't see anything, we're just giving you $6,000. So, if we could use it, I think that would be good.
Yeah, no, the equipment that there is 25, 30 years old, so it's well past its life expectancy.
Okay.
I have no idea what any of that's worth.
And I'll go through as I do it and get comparables.
Yeah. No, I know it's gotta be done, and hey, if you guys are gonna do the work, I know we're gonna save money. In
Yeah,
that
if you're gonna
aspect,
do the
for
work,
sure.
and then just bring us the receipts, and do your best to give us some things that justify, what you're spending. That's what we need, is justification of what you're spending. So, receipts, comps, whatever. This is what I picked, this is why I picked it. And I think,
Yes.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah, I am.
Like I said, I know nothing about what any of that would cost. It could be $20,000 worth 20, or it could be worth 2, I don't know.
You're not a foreman?
I am not.
Well, just to put it in comparison, I did the village, and I only ran the power washer through it, and it charged them $12,000, so. It was 3 drops. So, you're getting a good deal.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
The
That's what I
residents
like, is good
appreciate
deals.
that.
Keep that up. I'll make a motion that we approve $6,000, up to $6,000 for materials for air drops and power washer installation in the bays at the new station. We'll take that out of the same fund that was set aside for the new fire station. Support. Do roll call on that one.
Teresa Bills,
Yes.
Keith Weiderhold,
Yes.
Kevin Scramlin.
Yes.
Janelle Keller.
Yes.
All right, and the next is to request to continue our contract with FireCat to do our fire hose testing is attached in there. That's, everyone in the area uses them, and we've used them prior to in the last 3 years. No. we haven't. The cost of the first, which would be this year, was $5,720. Next year it increases to $5,980, and the year after that it would be $6,240.
Did you say they've done this in the past, John?
Yes. Yeah, we attempted to do it, we've always done it, and about 8 years ago, we bought a tester, and by the time we got done paying people to come in and test and re-roll our hose and redeck it, it took us, 4 months to do it, and it was almost as much, so it's not worth the headache for us.
These guys rock
And,
it all
and it's,
day.
yeah, one day they're in and out, so.
Sure. And they did it last year?
Yes, and then they send us a computerized spreadsheet of everything that we have, so.
Sure.
And this is something that you had to budget for anyways?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we approve the service test agreement with FireCat for hose testing for the next
Sure.
3 years. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And it is a requirement, an FDA requirement, and then we get extra points for, testing everything on our ISO, so.
So is this
It's really a necessity for us.
equipment?
Does this come from
Cost range?
contracts?
Probably repairs and maintenance.
The repairs and maintenance.
Repairs and maintenance, okay.
Support.
Do roll call vote, please.
Could you please repeat the motion?
The motion was to approve the service test agreement with FireCat, with 2 Ts, cat, for hose testing for the next 3 years to be paid for from repairs and maintenance by the fire department.
Okay, no amount?
Just the contract, each year is different.
Okay, thank you. Janelle Keller,
Yes.
Teresa Bills,
Yes.
Keith Weiderhold,
Yes.
Kevin Scramlin.
Yes.
All right, next item is, request to hire Mr. Richard Balance. He's a firefighter medic IC for the position of fill-in. He has quite a history in medical and fire service, and I think he'd be a great asset. He has his IC and all his PALS and TLS and BLS instructor certification, so he'll definitely be able to help us out in those areas.
Where's he from, John? I know you told me, but I don't remember.
It's either Mount Morris or Clio, but he works in Ogama,
He works where?
in Ogama, Ogama County.
Where's that?
It's out.
Iowa or something, right? Just like that.
Yeah, just north of Standish,
Oh.
up through, it's only 45 minutes. It's not as bad as it sounds.
It does sound far.
That's because you drive 2 minutes.
Right. That's very far.
I'll make a motion that we hire Richard Balance for position of fill-in.
Support.
Laura, would you do the deal?
Kevin Scramlin?
Yes.
Janelle Keller?
Yes.
Teresa Bills?
Yes.
Keith Weiderhold?
Yes.
Next one is a request to hire Gabriel Vine. He's a firefighter EMT. He lives in Davisburg. He is on Springfield Fire right now, and the whole department highly recommended him. So he would be an asset as he can still be able to respond via paid on call for us. So request to put him on the position of paid on call.
motion we hire Gabriel Vine for the position of paid on call.
I'll second it.
Teresa Bills,
Yes.
Keith Wiederhold,
Yes.
Kevin Scramlin.
Yes.
Janelle Keller.
Yes.
Next, I'd request to hire Kayla Mead and Elena McCloskey, for cadets.
Is this Elena?
Yes.
Hi, Elena.
Oh, you Elena?
You are a trooper.
I was gonna say, you really put in your time tonight.
And she's probably all bored up by now.
Sure.
Just as much.
I think I saw her sleeping only one time.
I was sitting here going, is somebody getting extra credit for coming to this meeting? Kevin and I are doing the same.
Yeah, I was like, what course?
And then it kinda clicked. Ooh.
Before Slibby's class caught her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I motion that we hire Kayla and Elena as cadets. Include their last names in my motion.
I'll support.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Girl power.
So Keith Wiederhold,
Yes.
Kevin Scramlin.
Yes.
Janelle Keller.
Yes.
Teresa Bills.
Yes.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
You didn't want to tell us about yourself?
Yeah.
I don't either. Nobody likes being put on the spot.
Can you demonstrate any of your skills for us?
Not yet, right?
Well, we're glad you came.
Yeah, thank you. Then the only other thing is, again, I'd like to thank Representative Martin for assisting us with securing that LDSI.
Yeah.
Huge for us. And everybody else around as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great community thing. It is. So, awesome. Didn't you wanna tell the board about your car accident? When we talk about bad incidents sometime?
Oh, the 4 fatalities on 75 the other night. You can tell it, Heather.
You don't have to give us any of the details of it.
Heather was one of the ones that was there. She responded with Kyle Bruder in the ambulance to that, and they pulled up on scene, and it was quite a sight. It was obviously an excessively high speed, so the site was stretched out about a half mile down the road, and it was pretty gruesome for no need. They have gone to a critical incident stress debriefing and helped a little bit, but it's hard after seeing things like that to process it. Thankfully, they did end up charging the drunk driver with murder, so not that it helps use your mind at all, but it, at least hopefully we'll get some justice out of it.
Yeah, what a shame. What a shame.
But then this weekend they had a CPR save. 61-year-old female fell, syncopal episode while she was on the toilet over in the campground there. So worked her in a little teeny tiny trailer. You could barely lay down in the hallway of it. And, got her pulses back. Got her loaded in the ambulance. On the way to the hospital, she lost pulses again. And they recognized it quickly and began treatment again with CPR. Got pulses back at the hospital. So last we knew this morning, she was still alive. Prognosis is unknown, what her outcome will ultimately be, but they worked exceptionally well on scene. I was very impressed with them. Went seamless for the circumstances and the positions they were in.
Was that in her own camper?
Her boyfriend's camper.
Okay, but somebody's camper, right? But-
Yeah.
Wow. Who was on the scene for that?
Kyle, Dodds, Jake, Wilson, myself, and Russ Adderall.
Heather?
I'm seeing
It's like a pattern, Heather.
I was gonna
Yeah, I
say,
know.
I was gonna say, you're on a real hot streak, Heather.
Well, she is known for breaking everything, so. that kind of
The
fits the
Township.
bill.
Did I see Sean Dobbs, in the rib eating contest?
He did, yep.
Yeah, but-
Last year you won.
He got,
Well, we're disappointed in
He
you
got
because you were
unthrown.
second this year.
yeah, the other guy was an animal, he, like, a slab on a hammer. His Dobbs was just finishing his slab.
Dobbs gonna have to train harder.
Yeah, yeah, if he's gonna represent us, I expect him to win.
So, yeah, that was a good time doing that. Pretty decent turnout, we brought the ladder up, and set the flag and everything, so. And that is all I have.
That's all you have. Public comment. Elena, here's your shot. Nothing? Nothing? All right. We'll close public comment then.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.